Hey guys, this is part 2. We're getting ready to make the Mullein tea. It takes about 15-20 minutes just to make the tea, but you don't have that much work involved. The tea calls for 1 to 2 teaspoons of dried leaves, dried mullein leaves. I haven't dried mine yet. I'm using fresh. Nothing beats fresh. So, I am actually doing a little bit more. I'm going to take 3 little leaves. As you can tell, they're different sizes. I'm doing a little bit more. Can't get the lighting just right. Alright, well anyways, you get the point. I have my water boiling. You might be able to hear it, I don't know. So I'm going to drop these in, and I'm going to turn it off and just let it set for 10 to 15 minutes. Make sure they get down in there. I'm going to poke a little holes in the leaves just to get those juices out of there. This is a very water resistant plant because it does have all the fuzz on it. Now I just rinse those lightly, no scrubbing, just ran a little bit of water over them and towel dried those really quick, no rubbing. You will rub the hair off of them. Now, when you're drinking this, before you drink it, now I'm making a little bit more just for storage. If I'm drinking it right now, I'm going to add my whatever to it, honey, lemon, juice mix, whatever. If you're going to refrigerate it because it lasts at least 3 months in the refrigerator, don't add anything to it other than honey. We have bees, always have honey, so, and honey is really good for coughs and stuff also. So I've got that set. Now what time we're waiting, which this is not going to be a 15-minute video, but when you do take this off, I will show you this. Because of the tiny hairs and stuff, it can irritate the throat. So I'm going to take my cup and I'm going to put a coffee filter down in it with a rubber band to hold it, and I'm going to strain it to make sure I get all those tiny hairs. You definitely don't want those irritating the throat. But in the meantime, I'm going to make an old-fashioned tonic. It's kind of like the moonshine tonics we make around here and stuff like that. This is looking really... Let me see if I can move this and show you what it looks like. Don't know if you see it. It's turned green. So, I have a jelly jar here. Just one of my old jelly jars. And I'm going to take... I don't want to... Now, we don't drink, but we do use alcohol for coughs, colds, etc. Medicine purposes only. We don't drink, but we do keep it in the house at all times. So, I'm going to take, I'm going to see how much this will do. Now, I'm just going to pinch off any bad spots, ugly discolorations, anything like that. And I did rinse this as well and towel dried. This one's got a little bit of dark around the edges, and like this one, I'm going to just take... Alright, now, I just wadded these up, and I'm going to rip pieces in them, rip them in pieces, and I'm going to put them down my jelly jar. Now I'm going to take my fork, and I'm going to have another good size piece. My jar is not completely full. If you smell of it right now, this is basically what it tastes like when you drink it. So, I'm going to take another piece that I have cleaned. Do it the same way. Rip it. You want those natural juices flowing. Now, this process is going to take a little bit longer. This is what I call tonic. But, alright. And I'm mashing it down in there. Very good. was looking for my thing. And you want anything 40% and above alcohol to pour on this. Now this will last for a long time because you're going to let it sit in a dark spot for 3 to 4 weeks. You're going to shake it every now and then, sometimes once a day, whenever you think about it, whatever. But anytime that you shake it, you always want to make sure that these leaves are covered. If not, it can mold, even with alcohol. So if you shake it, open it up, and mash the leaves back down underneath the alcohol. And then in 3 to 4 weeks, you will strain it also. And then you'll just store it in a cool, dark spot. And after you strain it out, you will store it. And then you can take a 1/4 to 3/4 teaspoon 3 to 4 times a day. Or you can just take a sip out like we do with our normal. Now today I'm using 90 proof peppermint snob. I'm making a little batch because I don't want to blow through this. So you can make whatever kind of batch you want. But this is what I'm using today. I don't want to use my good stuff. That's on reserve. So just make sure that it covers the leaves. You can see my leaves, and you see my alcohol level. So I'm going to take my fork, and I'm just going to poke holes in it, get those natural juices flowing. Make sure that they're mashed down and covered completely. And see, it's already turning green. Now, I'm using peppermint snob because that's usually what we use when we have a cough or a cold or allergies or anything like that. That's the only reason why I'm using that. And it's 90 proof. So, this is good to go. I mean, how easy was that? It took you longer to go to the woods and find it. And then you have medicine for, because the alcohol in here, it's going to last for years. So, but just be sure to strain that out. You don't want those fuzzies to get in your throat. Now, the tea is for the lungs, or it can be for, I mean, the tea is for everything except like the earache. Something that's going to have that oil down in it. But sore throat, bronchitis, dry cough, flu, asthma, cold, COPD, joints, hemorrhoids, diarrhea, digestive tract, kills bacteria, yeast infections. This will actually help from the inside for yeast infections. Kidney infections, colon, urinary tract infections. The tea or the tonic will be for that. So I'm going to hop off here because it's a almost a 9-minute video. So that means I just have a few more minutes left on my tea, and then I will post a video of me just straining it out for you. So, I'll be right back.